Finally we get to relax a little bit and enjoy a little extra food, a little extra elbow room. So, a couple little things. Pull my pants up and turn my hat on backwards because people would wear their hat on backwards. Say Dennis, what do you say? All right, he used to say it to me all the time, but he won't say it now. Here's the deal. In 2006, we opened Hamilton's Tavern. So Hamilton's Tavern, there's a little history here, so I'll give you a little history lesson. This place has been called Sparky's. It's been around for about 5 years, okay? I came here with the Sparky's. As well, probably some of you, and many of you did. I know Sam used to work at Sparky's. The donkey worked at Sparky's back in the day. You could get a sake shot and a Hogarden depth charge with Danny Glass. It's pretty fucking fun. There was a giant penis statue in the back corner, a couch that you never wanted to sit on in your life. Because who knows what the fuck happened on that thing. And they used to do this thing, they put lots of cocaine in the bathroom. I'm kidding about that. I want to use that Where's the Sparky's used to have this thing called First Fridays. And First Fridays when people would bring a potluck in. So the story at the time was, you know, there was a yuppie that was going to move in and force the prior owner, who's a good guy, Paul Broadway, out of here and put condominiums and all this shit. Well, I don't know if you know what the word yuppie means, but if you fucking look at me, I don't look like a yuppie. And, there's certainly no apartments here. Right? So that was not true. It was the landlord that was there. You know, they were trying to negotiate a new rate. That was really what it was about. So the opportunity came up for me to get into business with a gentleman that lives across the street named Chris Zucconi. Chris Zucconi was my partner, and at the time, he was like, we had an opportunity to be able to do this. So we said, all right, we're going to do it. And I said, but I want to do what I'm passionate about. Only what I'm passionate about. I'm a home brewer. I make good beer. I drive over all the time to the Liars Club in Pacific Beach, or I drive all the way to O'Brien's, the Seminole Beer Bar. The best beer bar on the planet. So I said, well, I want something in my neighborhood, because why don't we have better beer in my neighborhood? Why do I gotta drive all over fucking San Diego to get better beer? We should have better beer here. So he says, not a problem. So I told all the vendors, I told everybody, I said, hey, there's gonna be the little man's hero is gonna come up. I'm gonna get all your breweries, and I'm gonna support you like I own them. I'm gonna treat you guys better than anybody's ever treated you. We're gonna put craft beer on the map uptown. We're gonna change the face of how people look at beer. This is a true story. And they said, okay, whatever, dude. Yeah, okay. As long as you buy some fucking beer. Well, guess what? 8 fucking years later, they can eat my dick. In Mission Hills, all over. Guess what? They're all doing it now. And a little bit known is because of right here, not carpet bagging, fucking in it to win it the whole time, always putting craft beer. It didn't matter if it was necessarily local. Local is a joke sometimes. You can't just say because it's here, it's better than anywhere else, which is why we take them from Seattle, Portland, Alaska, New York, Iowa, the Midwest, wherever it is. If it's good beer, it deserves to be brought to the people in an unpretentious way. None of it would matter. None of this makes any sense if people weren't out there listening to the message. So it's not about the message we were giving. It was about the message that people were receiving, and they took it on. You are the future, not me, not my guys, not this place. But you leave and you go on and you turn your friends on who aren't into craft beer. You're at the stadium and you're saying Petco Park. What the fuck are we drinking this fucking shit? You know Petco Park's got green flash, homie. You now, and that's because of the people. No, not because of green flash, it's because the people started asking for better. So fuck Bud Light. So fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. 8 years later, we're here in this great place. We've seen a lot of people come and go that have been a part of this team. Sam works his ass off for me all the time. I can't say enough. The guys that work for me, all the ladies that work for me, my wife, the cafe staff, they work for me. I'm not paying these guys to work for because I always demand a little bit more. I say, hey, not the easiest guy! He requests the best! So having said that, let me just tell you one more thing. Not so much about us, but the fact that I'm very appreciative. This whole month we've had tons of events. We have a Russian River event next week. We have an Avery event the week after. We're celebrating our Green Flash anniversary, 8th anniversary wheat wine. Of course, everybody loves wheat wine, right? Not such a big clapping on that. But also, the magic is what's really special about today. In 1989, I was graduating from high school. I was starting college, getting ready to drop out of college and then join the Marine Corps. And so hoorah, hoorah. And so, John Meyer brewed his first batch of beer at Road Brewing Company in 1989. He's sitting right back there with his wife, Stacy. When you think about humble, and you think about quality, and you think about everything that's good, there's a handful of people that you think about. In particular, if you're not thinking about him, you're not understanding what this business is about. It's changing in front of us. It's getting a little bit more competitive. It's getting a little bit more saturated. The prices are going up. The return on investment of craft beer is kind of changing a little bit. What made craft beer good was because you bought for this and you got this much out of it. But we're seeing that dynamic change. But remember this, it's about history, it's about paying homage to everything that got us to the fucking ball game. You gotta be in it to win it, but if you're not in the game, you can't win it. And it's these legendary people, these legendary breweries that come up, and they're the ones that are gonna preserve these old school styles. They're gonna help us educate everybody else to where they become. You can't innovate if you don't have a boundary of a starting point of where you begin. We think about sometimes our friend Stone, which I love Stone, but sometimes I get sick and tired of the shit they're shoveling. And so when they go to Germany and they drop a big fucking stone on a bunch of classic Stanges from Germany, I say, what the fuck are you thinking? Without German beer, without English beer, without Belgian beer, we would have no fucking beer. This is where it comes from, because we're all part of that heritage. So having said that, I know I was a little bit more long-winded than I want to be, but I'm very proud. I'm glad John and Stacy are here. I'm glad you are here. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard to do, but the first, I don't know, each one of these casks that you order, this cask, how about this? That fucking cask beer, the first one that we tapped, we're tapping the first one from Road Farms. It's Waquina 100% Chinook off their farm's wet hops. Red hops. Non-kiln hops.